This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, a former Invercargill police officer pleads guilty to murder and attempted murder. Time to roll up your sleeves and help clean up Invercargill's CBD. And a test of a new roundabout at St Clair in Dunedin didn't quite go to plan. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. A former Invercargill police officer pleaded guilty to murder and attempted murder when he appeared in the Invercargill High Court this morning. Benjamin Peter McLean, a police officer for 10 years, shot and killed his wife and wounded her new partner on Anzac Day. Sharon Rees has more.
Benjamin McLean appeared in the High Court in Invercargill this morning, pausing to hold back tears before entering guilty pleas to the murder of 40-year-old Verity McLean and the attempted murder of 47-year-old Gary Duggan. The court heard Mrs McLean was killed by a single bullet wound to the head and that she was found with nearly 40 other injuries consistent with a fight. McLean waited for Duggan to return to this Otapuni Avenue property before shooting him in the chest and forearm. Despite his injuries, Duggan fought McLean, who then fled on a bike. McLean later called two of his children to confess what he had done. In court this morning, McLean was emotional, crying when delivering his plea and bowing and shaking his head as the summary of facts was read. He was remanded in custody for sentencing on Monday. I'm Sharon Rees for The South Today.
University of Otago graduates were advised at their graduation ceremony yesterday to keep pace with technology. Auckland businessman and philanthropist Graham Hart addressed more than 300 graduates in the town hall. He said disruptions from new technology were coming on like a freight train and graduates needed to adapt to make their progress in their respective careers. The academic procession made its way along George Street towards the Dunedin Town Hall late yesterday morning before two afternoon graduation ceremonies. The Invercargill City Council is calling for volunteers to roll up their sleeves and help clean up the central business district next year. A large working bee is set to paint and polish buildings in the city centre in time for the Burt Munro Challenge. Sharon Rees has more.
Remnants of band posters will be scraped off, graffiti painted over and the cobwebs swept away when Invercargill's inner city gets its first rev up early next year. City Centre Coordinator Kari Graber hopes to see hundreds of people chipping in on the 27th and 28th of January.
We want to paint eaves that need to be redone. We would like to clean out all the weeds that are growing in the gutters of the verandas. We want to spray everything down. You know, basically do like a wet and forget on the whole city. Getting all of those kind of things happening at the same time. Planting plants. Just reinvigorating and showing from the veranda down that we have something worth looking at.
The Burt Munro Challenge begins on the 8th of February and Graber says it's the perfect time to improve visitor experience in the city.
We have a lot of tourists that come in for Burt Munro annually. So for us, how exciting for us to represent the city to all those visitors and have them have this great vibe and this great thing to see so that they can spread that on to everyone else.
While tradespeople would be ideal for painting and working in higher areas, Graber says she hopes to have people from all walks of life to clean, bring food and add some excitement to the day.
I actually want everyone to look at it as a big party and that we're coming together to do New Zealand's biggest working bee. Nobody's ever done anything like this.
A large number of businesses have already committed to sprucing up shop fronts and balconies. The first Rev Up HQ will be open on Thursday at the former ASB Bank building on Esk Street for people to register and get more information. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
Jetstar has announced 3 flights between Queenstown and Wellington. The company says it's the first time since 2013 that travellers have been given a choice on this route. In a release, Jetstar says it plans to operate an Airbus A320 from the capital to the Southern Lakes Resort on Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday mornings. The service is expected to begin in late March 2018, with the company promoting discounted fares on its website today. They got the about bit right, it was a shame about the round. GoBus yesterday took one of its vehicles for a test drive around a new roundabout at a busy intersection in St Clair, and things did not go exactly to plan.
The nearly completed roundabout at St Clair is proving tricky for some during tests with a Dunedin bus. Edging gingerly from Bedford Street left into Forbury Road, the bus had to take an extremely wide turn, taking it well across the centre line. The driver then brought the bus to a halt, sparking an animated conversation between officials gathered to watch the tests. While there appear to be plenty of issues with the roundabout, Dunedin City Council Transport Group Manager Richard Saunders called the trial a success. He says finding the issues at this stage means they can be fixed before the roundabout goes into service. Saunders says the new roundabout has been designed so buses and other large vehicles can drive slowly over it to navigate the corner, while smaller vehicles stay within the sealed lanes. The roundabout is expected to be open before Christmas. Darryl Baser, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, watch out for rats in Dunedin's coastal suburbs, and we check out which provincial town Santa has visited recently.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air.
The University of Otago, an institute of world-class education and the social epicentre of the city, with outfits needed for more formal functions like the ball and for less formal functions like
the zoo? Are you sure?
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, Dad, you'll definitely see me. I'm the one in the yellow and blue face paint and the onesie in the zoo.
At the Otago SPCA, our role is to make sure that all animals in Dunedin and the Otago region are being looked after properly. Otago SPCA offer a haven for animals in need and adoption opportunities for the community. We appreciate your interest and support. For help and advice, we're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you have any concerns, give us a call.
They're part of the family, and like us, their health begins with what they eat too. So give them Radical Dog, made in New Zealand from all natural ingredients and real tart cherries, so it's high in antioxidants. It's a 3-in-1 superfood, giving them energy, flexibility and a healthy coat. With no fillers or nasty preservatives, they love them. It's the treat that can work wonders on every dog, no matter what their breed, age or health. Radical Dog, the new generation in dog food.
My elves and I just love coming to Alex Campbell's. That's my favourite shop. I always get good value here, and good boys, ready to serve, good brands and good quality. Look at these teas. Local beaches on some of them too. This is only for the good boys, the old boys, the young boys. What about some bright shorts for the boys? Excellent.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Active interior designer Mornington are the curtain and blind experts. The team can even advise you on outdoor products like awnings and umbrellas, and will ensure that everything is perfect. For interior design with flair, call Active to book your free in-home consultation or call into the showroom in Mornington. While you're relaxing this holiday season, Ready Lawn is available to help you with your lawn needs, big or small. We work so you don't have to. Call Ready Lawn today.
Oh, help! Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician, for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Gillian's Care. They care for loved ones, families, friends and our community. At a time of bereavement, care and support makes all the difference, and Gillians know this. They're here for you when you need it most. From advanced funeral planning to a service for your loved one, Gillian's will guide and assist you with your individual choices. Their legendary attention to detail and passion to get it right are second to none. Gillian's, caring for families in our community since 1962.
What if? That's the question being asked about the future for the Dunedin waterfront. Discover more for yourself by visiting a new display on now at Toitu Otago Settlers Museum. There's information on offer and models that portray the vision. Plus, there are opportunities to share your feedback on the ideas presented. The Dunedin Harbour Vision. What if? See the ideas and designs suggested for the Dunedin Harbour at Toitu Otago Settlers Museum.
Welcome back. The population of wild rats is growing in seaside areas such as Portobello and Andersons Bay this summer, according to reports on social media today. Roselle Labone has more.
These photos taken by a member of the public show a number of rats at the boat ramp on Portobello Road. The harbourside area near the Sea Scout building and Bayfield Park was another named as having a lot of rats. Residents posted on social media saying the rats were attracted to overflowing rubbish bins and presented a threat to the bird population. Despite the discussions online, the South today was unable to find any rats or overflowing bins at Bayfield Park in Andersons Bay. Scaffolder Oliver Clark says he's been working in Andersons Bay for 6 months and has not seen any rats.
We haven't seen any rats or anything, or mice. We've just seen a lot of stray cats.
The hotter weather has made this summer a masked season for rats. Dunedin City Council Parks and Recreation Operations Manager Jendi Patterson says the council is concerned there are rodents in the area and will be looking at options for getting rid of the rats. And although the rats were in hiding this morning, sun seekers did have to share the park with plenty of hungry-looking seagulls waiting for lunch. Roselle Labone, The South Today.
Jet boaters could be banned in future from a 3-kilometre section of the Clutha River upstream of the Albert Town Bridge near Wanaka. Mark Price explains.
The stretch of the Clutha River from the outlet of Lake Wanaka to the Albert Town Bridge has a speed limit of 8 knots per hour. Over recent weeks, a Queenstown Lakes District Council hearing panel has been considering a recommendation to get rid of the speed limit, allowing jet boats to go as fast as they like. But today, panel chairman and Deputy Mayor Callum McLeod said in a statement there was merit in the council considering a ban on powered craft. Because a ban would be substantive, McLeod says it would have to become part of council policy and a further round of public consultation will be necessary. I'm Mark Price for The South Today.
Families in Gore spent their Sunday afternoon at Christmas Park in the Gore Gardens. Christmas in the Park followed the Santa Parade, which was held on Sunday at noon.
There were bouncy castles, merry-go-rounds and more, as well as a free barbecue at Gore's Christmas in the Park. The afternoon featured performances from bands and dance groups, including the Eruption Dance Crew. Children were also invited on stage to get amongst the performances.
All my children have a happy, jolly Christmas this year.
Members of the public were asked to cast a vote for their favourite float in the Santa Parade while at Christmas in the Park. Gore District Council's Events and Promotions Coordinator, Emma Carl, says that the People's Choice winners from the Santa Parade were Elsie Street Kindergarten and Matilda Primary School. Carl says Christmas in the Park is a great day out for all who took part and for the many people who went to enjoy the event. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, the Men's Shed movement at Invercargill is calling for new members, old and young, and Timaru heavy metal sculpture fans are in for a real treat.
My Els and I just love coming to Alex Campbell's. That's my favourite shop. I always get good value here, and good boys really deserve good brands and good quality. Look at these tees. Local beaches on some of them too. This is only for the good boys, the old boys, the young boys. What about some bright shorts for the boys? Excellent.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
While you're relaxing this holiday season, Ready Lawn is available to help you with your lawn needs, big or small. We work so you don't have to. Call Ready Lawn today.
What if? That's the question being asked about the future for the Dunedin waterfront. Discover more for yourself by visiting a new display on now at Toitu Otago Settlers Museum. There's information on offer and models that portray the vision. Plus, there are opportunities to share your feedback on the ideas presented. The Dunedin Harbour Vision. What if? See the ideas and designs suggested for the Dunedin Harbour at Toitu Otago Settlers Museum.
Active interior designer Mornington are the curtain and blind experts. The team can even advise you on outdoor products like awnings and umbrellas, and will ensure that everything is perfect. For interior design with flair, call Active to book your free in-home consultation or call into the showroom in Mornington.
For 3 generations, the Kilpatrick family have ensured Jimmy's pies are still world famous in the South Island. Made to an old family recipe, Jimmy's pies have been one of New Zealand's traditional takeaway foods, prepared daily on the premises alongside a range of savouries, sausage rolls and cakes. Jimmy's pies are distributed throughout the lower South Island. Jimmy's pies are sure to satisfy your travelling munchies.
At the Otago SPCA, our role is to make sure that all animals in Dunedin and the Otago region are being looked after properly. Otago SPCA offer a haven for animals in need and adoption opportunities for the community. We appreciate your interest and support. For help and advice, we're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you have any concerns, give us a call.
Gillian's Care. They care for loved ones, families, friends and our community. At a time of bereavement, care and support makes all the difference, and Gillians know this. They're here for you when you need it most. From advanced funeral planning to a service for your loved one, Gillians will guide and assist you with your individual choices. Their legendary attention to detail and passion to get it right are second to none. Gillians, caring for families in our communities since 1962.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Loss of collagen is the reason for those fine lines and wrinkles. Silberhorn's Collagen Plus naturally supports your collagen levels, giving you younger, firmer looking skin, healthier, shinier hair and stronger nails. Joints, tendons, ligaments and cartilage all benefit from healthy collagen levels, the very foundation of structural health. Support collagen levels naturally with Collagen Plus by Silberhorn. Be quick, buy one now and get a second pack half price. Call now 0800 502 402.
Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Thanks for staying with us. A grant of nearly $10,000 was handed over to the Invercargill Men Shed yesterday. The not-for-profit organisation opened its doors in August to give men and women the space and tools to pursue their hobbies. Sharon Rees has more.
Congratulations. Men's Shed Operations Manager Peter Bailey gratefully accepted the cheque for $9,500 from the Invercargill Licensing Trust and Foundation. The money will go towards maintenance, rent and new tools. Bailey is a joiner and has been lending his tools and skills to the men's shed, which he says is gaining traction after a long set-up period.
Slowly but surely making progress, opening up, getting this building and underway, fitting it out, making all the tools available and getting members in, and it's coming along. It's just taken time, but I think we're on the right forward move.
He says the shed is perfect for retirees who are looking for a hobby or workspace and gives people a chance to work on their own or learn from the skills of others.
Great for anyone who hasn't got a place to work or got their own tools, and also the ability to do things without guidance.
Sean Bailey from the Invercargill Licensing Trust Board praised the community work of the men's shed and said offering the grant was an easy decision.
I think the added value is too they've got so much work experience and they've got really good skills, and if they can share those skills on and pay them forward for the next generation or help any organisations out, well, that's really good, that's powerful, and that's what the ILT is about.
The men's shed's 30 members have already completed their first major project, a 4-bench table which will be donated to the Invercargill Rotary Club. The men's shed has closed for the holidays but will be ready to accept new members in the new year. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
Another Lou Summers creation has taken centre stage in Timaru this week. The Christchurch sculptor's work, titled Encircling the Baroque, was placed on the Bay Hill on Tuesday.
This Lou Summers work was created by the Cantabrian artist in 2011 and was installed as a piece of public art at the head of the piazza in Timaru this week. Summers says the work depicts 2 female and 2 male figures in a human-style wreath, equally visible from both sides. He says it's made of 25 separate pieces of bronze which were welded together. Lou Summers told the Timaru Courier the work took about 4 months to complete, almost the same time it took those behind the project to get the go-ahead from the Timaru District Council. Summers was among the people watching the sculpture arrive at its new home on Tuesday in preparation for the unveiling tomorrow, and when it was fully in place, onlookers gave all concerned an impromptu round of applause. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on The South Today. A former Invercargill police officer pleaded guilty to murder and attempted murder when he appeared in the Invercargill High Court this morning. The Invercargill City Council is calling for volunteers to roll up their sleeves and help clean up the CBD next year. And a trial of a new roundabout at the St Clair didn't quite go to plan today. And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome Craig Page. Craig, what have you got for us in tomorrow's ODT?
Good evening, plenty of reading for Friday. Of course we've got our sports lift out as well, so lots in there. But school's out this week for the primary school kids. Obviously secondary school kids finished a bit earlier, but the last of the kids will be finishing school this week. We've seconded local girl Anderson's Bay pupil Kyla Bell Jeeves to write us a little piece about her time at primary school. She's off to intermediate next year, so 6 years at Anderson's Bay. So she's put together a nice little piece talking about the highs and lows and what she hopes for in the future. So well worth a read, and she might have a career as a journalist down the track too. It's really nice.
Sounds like it would be really quite an interesting read, especially from getting it from the child's perspective.
Yeah, exactly. 11-year-old talked about her first day at school, being overawed, etc., that type of stuff, and how she now sees herself as a bit of a leader and hopes to continue that through her school life. So some good stuff there. We've obviously been in Invercargill today and got more on the local police officer who pled guilty to the murder of his wife and former wife and her new partner. Rob Kidd, our court reporter, has been down there, so he's got all the reaction and a nice piece together tomorrow, sort of detailing that for us as well. We've been out today with a group of refugees who now live in New Zealand, in Dunedin, aged between 11 and 20. They're part of the Youth Refugee Summer Program, and they've been out tiki touring around Dunedin today. railway station up in Baldwin Street. Quite a good program. It kind of helps, I guess they see those teen years as quite important when you're trying to arrive in a new city and don't speak a lot of English, so they're offering a lot of support, hoping to get their English up and improve. So yeah, they had a great day out and the sun shone for them as well.
What a really good program.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know, it's good to see them getting the support they need in the new city. I know some of the schools that we've spoken to struggle with the pupils because they don't have that ability to communicate with them as well as they'd like. So yeah, really good program. And on the sporting front, we've got a bit of a cricket focus. The Ashes are starting today as well in Australia. That's the key match there. And the Tiger Volts began their first 2020 match tonight, playing Christchurch. So we'll have a full wrap of that tomorrow's paper.
Well, good luck to the Otago Volts, and thank you very much, Craig.
Thank you.
And now it's time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Silverhorn Sportsville.
Starting with some sunshine being enjoyed on the University of Otago campus. Looking at the situation, a cold front will bring some rain to the western and southern regions tomorrow, but it will be warm elsewhere with winds easing. Another front is due over the weekend with cold southwesterlies and widespread showers. Looking at the south, Balclutha and Catlins decreasing northwesterlies, rain and 19. Lumsden and Gore southwesterly change, rain and 18. Moving across to central, it's fresh northwesterlies, high cloud, Alexandra at 24 and Queenstown and Wanaka at 21. The people in Te Anau are the first to get the next front that will affect the rest of us. And a quick glance up north sees Timaru and Oamaru absolutely roasting at 27 degrees with moderate northwesterlies and high cloud. Twizel and Amarama, fresh northwesterlies, cloudy and 21. Here in Dunedin tonight, some cloud with northeasterlies and a low of 9. Warmer tomorrow with mostly cloudy skies and a few spits of rain possible, 24 and 11. Sunny periods on some cloud on Saturday with northeasterlies 18 and 11, so you'll be able to hang out your washing. And in Invercargill tonight, cloud increasing with a low of 11. Cloudy tomorrow with rain at times, especially during the afternoon. Moderate northwesterly winds tending southwesterly by the evening, 20 and 10. And cloudy with showers on Saturday. Moderate northwesterly winds, 16 and 9. That's our news for this Thursday. For the latest news from the southern region, you can follow us on Facebook and at channel39.co.nz. We leave you with another look back at our year that was. Tonight we look at the month of July. I hope you all have a great evening. Take care. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.